Okay. So welcome everybody. We're so glad that you're able to join us tonight on this beautiful spring night. Now, we are going to learn about a brand new cruise line that has yet to sail with a passenger, Virgin Voyages tonight. Tonight we have Danielle, and Danielle, I'm going to apologize. I don't know how to pronounce your last name.
That's okay. You could just say Danielle.
All right, so tonight we have Danielle who's going to teach us all about this brand new cruise line, where I think all the cool kids are going to end up going, and we know the time to sail is coming, so we're going to let Danielle show us all about this cruise line, and yeah, take it away, Danielle.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you all for joining me and being patient when you first logged on. Listen to us chit chat. So ahoy, everyone. You'll notice throughout the presentation, I might call you all sailors. We have a pretty unique way of speaking at Virgin Voyages. So as Tina mentioned, this is a brand new brand. It has yet to sail. So we were set to launch last year and everything in the world that happened. So we're even more excited to just get on board. So again, I'm excited to share with you what we've created here at Virgin Voyages because it's a very fresh and unique way of setting sails. So while I give the presentation, it'll be about 25 to 30 minutes. So feel free to ask questions in the chat box, and then at the end I will answer. And if you don't mind, we have a good amount of people logging on tonight, so if you could just keep your computer on mute while we are just presenting, that would be great. So let's get started. So first off, we have our first lady ship. She's got that brand new ship smell. She is patiently waiting in Genoa, Italy. She is scheduled to sail out of her home port in Miami on July 4th. Next, we have Valiant Lady. She's our second lady ship. She has just finished her sea trials. So she is scheduled to join us on November 14th of this year. And her home port is actually going to be Barcelona, but she is joining us to do her beginning her winter season out of Miami as well. Then we have our third lady ship joining us. And what an amazing name. We recently released her name, Resilient Lady. She is going to be joining us next year, August of 2022. And she is going to have a home port of Piraeus, Athens. So beautiful part of the world she will be, based out of. And then we have our fourth lady ship that we've actually cut steel on, and her location is yet to be determined. So not only have we been building ships, but we have been building new ports. So here you see a rendering. This is Terminal V. We broke ground this year for this port, and we hope to have it completed by the end of this year. So I want to go over and remind you of what we are doing to keep everyone safe on Virgin Voyages. We have recently made the decision that we feel the best way to keep everyone safe is to require our crew and our sailors to get the vaccine. So keep that in mind. We're also going to be doing pre-boarding health checks and screenings for both the crew and our sailors, because obviously our goal is to eliminate viruses before they get on board. We will be keeping it social but distant in the sense that we will launch at limited capacity. Now, by design, we have brand new ships with cutting edge technology. So by design, we already have many contactless experiences on board. So, for example, we will have a wearable band that you'll get sent prior to your voyage to your home. And this band that you'll wear throughout the ship will allow you to gain entry into your cabin as well as pay. So you'll just use a motion, swipe it in order to pay for things on board. So really allowing for that contactless experience. We have never had buffets on board. So again, our design, the design of the ship, and you'll hear more about our design throughout the presentation, but really avoiding those mass people experiences. Now, we partnered with a company called Atmos Air Solutions. They have equipped our ships with an air purification system that disinfects 99.9% of all viruses. Now, this system is pretty much the same type of system that they have at hospitals. Then, of course, we'll be constantly cleaning as well as fogging any deliveries. And as you know, or you may not know, is we are waiting for final word on CDC requirements to sail. So this policy will be ever changing. So I mentioned that we created a very unique brand, a fresh breath of air in the cruise industry. So what does it mean to set sail the Virgin way? So I want you to think of the luxury and glamour of a boutique hotel blended with Virgin style and service. So a very elevated, sophisticated, and relaxed adults only experience, free of stuffy formality, where the ordinary turns to extraordinary and everyone is treated like a rock star. So first off, I mentioned we are adults only. So you need to be at least 18 years old to sail and in a cabin with at least a 21-year-old. Now, we love children, but I'm sure some of you parents out there are looking for this type of experience after the quarantine with your children, or even people that do not have the little ones around. This is something that, you know, this type of experience you are looking forward to. So the ship is designed truly with adults in mind. Now, Virgin is really, really obsessed with, decorating and design throughout the ship. So our creative collective has created intimate, beautifully designed spaces where the sea is always front and center. So again, that boutique hotel glamour design and feel while you're on the ocean. So I want to mention there is no forced formal night, no specific dining times, no stuffiness. We believe it's your holiday and you should be comfortable, but also taken care of in a premium environment. And again, we want everyone to be treated like a rock star. So that's what we mean by relaxed luxe. And then I mentioned ordinary to extraordinary. So we like to say we didn't create a cruise line, we created a voyage. So what does that mean? So we have longer stays at different ports we visit to really allow our sailors to truly immerse themselves in the destinations that we are visiting and hopefully come back with a different view of the world. So we're going to have very unique entertainment as well as amazing culinary experiences. We also have many spaces on board solely dedicated to wellness, and I'll show you some of those in the presentation as well. So really, like I said, it's really going to be up to you and how you want to do your vacation or holiday. So what is included in the voyage fares? So I mentioned those amazing culinary experiences. All the food is included in your voyage fare. We don't like to nickel and dime. We don't like any hidden fees. So your tips are also included. We believe Wi-Fi is a basic human right. So Wi-Fi is included as well. And then that special, unique entertainment is also included in your voyage fare. I mentioned that wellness is a large part of the ship, so all of your group workouts are included, and then your basic bevies. So that is your filtered, still and sparkling waters, your non-pressed juices, sodas, teas, and drip coffees. So I want to give you some specs on our ships. So our ship holds 2,770 passengers. We have 1,150 crew on board. We have 1,408 cabins and suites. We weigh about 110,000 tonnage. And if you are into measurements and you're interested in Richard Branson, it is all of our ships are 912 feet or 155 Richard Branson. So our ships are considered mid-size, as I mentioned, we are going to launch at limited capacity, so either 50, 60% capacity. But the size of our ship actually allows for us to dock at some unique places throughout the Mediterranean that a larger ship would normally have access to, as well as docking directly at the port to avoid that frustrating tendering experience. So as I mentioned, both Valiant and Scarlet will be doing winter seasons in Miami. Scarlet's home port is Miami, but Valiant is going to be, in my opinion, living my best life. So she'll be wintering in the Caribbean and summering in the Mediterranean. So here are some of the places that we're going to visit, and I am going to show you our different itineraries. So I'm going to start off with the Mayan Sol. This is a 5-night itinerary where we will be stopping at Costa Maya. Then we have the Riviera Maya. So this is another 5-night. And you'll have the opportunity to visit Cozumel on this particular itinerary. And I do want to point out those late nights. So you can see we depart Cozumel at 12 a.m. the next day, or that late evening, really giving you guys or sailors the opportunity to experience that nightlife that Cozumel has to offer. Now, our Dominican days, this is another 5-night where you'll be visiting Puerto Plata. And then our fire and sunset soirees. So this is going to be a 4-night sailing. I do want to point out each of these Caribbean itineraries will have a stop at the beach club at Bimini, which I'm going to talk about next. But this is our Western Caribbean charm. This is where you're going to get the opportunity to visit Honduras and, you know, a little bit of a longer itinerary. So giving our sailors that opportunity to experience the ship for longer and see the different parts of the Caribbean for a little bit longer. And this again is on Valiant Lady. And then we'll offer an 8-night Eastern Caribbean Antilles. Again, a little bit longer itinerary, giving you the opportunity to experience San Juan, that nightlife, as well as St. Croix. And again, every one of these itineraries will stop at the beach club. Now, when Valiant heads home to her home port of Barcelona, we are going to offer an amazing 14-night transatlantic Miami to the Mediterranean. So that will be in April of next year. And again, that's going to give you the opportunity to really see the different parts of the ship and experience the ship and just kick back and set sail and relax. So as I mentioned, all of those Caribbean itineraries do have a stop at the beach club at Bimini. So I want to talk about this because it really is the crown jewel of all of these Caribbean itineraries. So this is our private beach club, only for the sailors on our ship. That is going to have, in the mornings, it's going to have a very tranquil vibe with yoga on the beach. As the afternoon progresses, the energy around the pool is going to pick up, where we will always have a DJ. And then the evenings are going to have more of an acoustic vibe with bonfires on the beach. Now, if you're on one of our 4-night sailings, we stay here until midnight. If you're on one of our 5, 6, or 8-night sailings, we'll stay here until 10 p.m. And I will mention, any of the food at the beach club at Bimini is included as well. Now, Valiant, living my best life. She is going to summer on the Mediterranean, and here are the amazing destinations we'll be visiting. Now, she'll be doing 3 different 7-night itineraries, but the cool thing about her is that she's actually going to be offering overnights. So on each of the different itineraries, we will offer an overnight in Ibiza. So first we have our French days and Ibiza nights, and you can see here we have that overnight in Ibiza, but on this particular one, we throw in Monte Carlo as well as an overnight. So this is one of my favorite itineraries. Then we have our Spanish obsession. So focusing on all of those hot spots along the coast there. We have Malaga and Ibiza as well. So 2 overnights on this particular itinerary. And then another favorite of mine, this is the Irresistible Med, hitting all of those hot spots in the Mediterranean, and of course that overnight in Ibiza. Now, our latest lady ship, Resilient Lady, is coming into service next year. And like I said, she is going to be at her home port of Piraeus, which is Athens, very close to Athens, and doing 2 different 7-night itineraries. And if you've ever been to this part of the world, it truly, I've been everywhere. I've been in the travel industry for years, and I'm Italian, so I'm partial to Italy. But next to that, Greece is amazing. So we're going to offer, I keep saying this is my favorite, but this itinerary is my favorite. So this is our Greek Island Glow itinerary, and you're going to hit all these beautiful, beautiful spots in Greece. So the great thing about this itinerary, it gives you the opportunity to have that overnight in Mykonos. And I will point out that even if you're not into, that late night partying, which I'll be honest, I'm not into, Mykonos is also absolutely beautiful. The water's amazing. The food is amazing. So you could just go out and have a really nice dinner and just relax and not have that worry of racing back to the ship. Okay, her second itinerary, again, I keep saying my favorite, but another amazing itinerary because we offer a stop in Dubrovnik, Croatia. It's really popular these days, as well as Montenegro on this particular itinerary. But I will mention that we stay in Dubrovnik till 2 a.m. So again, no one has to rush back to the ship. You can sit back, you can relax. I will point out that if we have any Game of Thrones fans in the house, that this is where, in the old city, is where Game of Thrones was filmed. So really a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful city. So that's our 7-night there. Now, of course, after having all of these amazing experiences, you're going to want to kick back and relax in your cabin. So I want to show you here. I want to start off by showing our sea terrace. And this is because this is our largest cabin category as far as inventory goes. So we have 1,130 sea terrace cabins. Now they range from 225 to 265 square feet. So really beautifully designed cabins. They're all smart cabins. Here you can see your glam area, really spacious bathrooms. And I don't have a picture, but we have rain showers. And then on all of the balconies, we will give you a hammock there, a little table and chairs. So really nice place to relax. So our cabins, I mentioned, they all will have a roomy rain shower. They include a hammock. Now, I mentioned smart cabins, but really nice mood lighting where the lighting will intuitively match the light from the oncoming sunset. We have these awesome shower products. They're all natural. They promote health and environmental consciousness. Virgin is all about respecting the environment. So, for example, we don't have any single-use plastics on board. So keep that in mind. We're really taking the environment into consideration. Then we have all large flat screen TVs. And then I mentioned that glam area. Now, I do want to mention, I don't have any pictures of the insider cabins, but we have an insider cabin, and then we have a sea view insider cabin with a large porthole. But I want to talk about the fact that we have 46 cabins dedicated specifically to that single traveler. They are priced with that single traveler in mind, and we do not penalize you or ask you to pay a supplement if you want to travel on your own. So keep that in mind. Now, if you really want to kick things up a notch and let your inner rock star shine, you will want to be booked in one of our 78 suites. So we call our suites rock star quarters. We have 63 of those. And then if you're really ready to take it to the next level, we have mega rock star quarters. So really beautifully designed suites. They were designed by world-renowned designer Tom Dixon, who actually he said his muse was Grace Jones. So that's who he designed these cabins with in mind. So Rockstar Living comes with its perks. So at that Rockstar quarter level, you get access to Richard's Rooftop, which is a members only area of the ship where you can take in these beautiful panoramic views. So when I say members only our suite guests have access to that. We will give you a round of drinks on us. So we have different packages that we will stock in your bar. All the suites have a bar, and we will stock that for you. Then we will give you early booking and priority access, as well as access to our team of Rockstar agents. Now, as I mentioned, if you want to take it to that crazy top level, that's going to be your mega Rockstar quarter level. Now, this is a photograph of our massive suite. This is our largest suite as far as square feet. It's over 2,100 square feet, so 2,100 square feet. Truly a 2-bedroom. And yes, those instruments do come with the suite. We have 2 of these, so you can sit and play a little guitar. And I will mention that all of our suites also come with a vinyl record player. Now, with this mega Rockstar level suite, we get even more perks. So along with everything else I mentioned, you get upgraded Wi-Fi, you get bottomless in-room bar. So if you really want to kick it up a notch, you've got your daily bar tab as well throughout the ship that is covered and on us. Then you get spa access. So complimentary access to the thermal suite and Redemption Spa. We have a beautiful, beautiful spa on board. It's called Redemption Spa. It's modeled after an underwater cave, and you can get all sorts of amazing treatments there. The best part about that is all the treatments have the tip included. So keep that in mind. Then we'll offer you your private transfers, and then you actually have a Rockstar agent solely dedicated to you. Now here's a great photograph of Richard's Rooftop. So again, this is that suite access only area of the ship. And honestly, I look at this slide and I could picture myself kicking back, taking in the sunset with a nice cocktail. So something I'm really good at, especially in quarantine, is my food intake. I mentioned I'm Italian, so I love talking about this part of the ship because we've created some amazing culinary experiences. So all of our food is sustainably sourced. It is all made to order. I mentioned we do not have a buffet on board, but what we do have is 20 plus different eateries, 6 actual full-blown restaurants with a different, unique vibe, and I'm going to walk you through those. But the best thing about this slide is that it is not stock photography. These are actually dishes that have been prepared on board our ships. So first, I'm going to show you the Wake. This is our most regal and theatrical restaurant. This is where you're going to be able to order those, prime cuts of meat, as well as beautiful seafood dishes. We'll have a raw bar here as well. Then we have Razzle Dazzle. Now, Razzle Dazzle is for our vegan and vegetarian forward eaters, but our carnivores will actually have naughty items on the menu here. So if you're not into the vegan and vegetarian way of life, you can also order, say, a burger or fried chicken here. Then we have Test Kitchen. So this is going to be your cooking laboratory experience. So during the day, you'll be able to take cooking classes here, but at night, you're really at the mercy of the chef, where they have the responsibility of taking a few ingredients and creating something very unique and special. So this is for our, curious taste buds on board our ship. Now, you could see the menu card. So basically, this is going to be similar to like a chef tasting menu. So then we have Ganbae. So Ganbae is the first Korean-style barbecue restaurant at sea. Now, this is going to be a very social, very interactive, fun atmosphere, lots of energy, where you'll be able to cook in Korean-style, traditional Korean-style barbecue on your flameless grill in the middle of your table. So really fun, energetic place. This is pink agave. Now, pink agave is inspired by Mexico City's street food scene. So this is going to be where sailors are going to be treated to an immersive odyssey of Mexican cuisine. So it's going to be personal, it's going to be intimate, but it's also going to be educational as well. And one of my favorites, we are going to have a really wide variety of tequila and mezcals here. Then we have our Italian restaurant. This is extra virgin. This is where you're going to get those beautiful charcuterie boards. You'll get fresh made pasta daily. You'll get the opportunity, if you'd like, to do a rare wine Italian tasting here as well. And then we have our ice cream shop. This is Lick Me Till I Scream. And we will have 6 or 7 homemade, freshly prepared ice creams here. And we will have vegan and vegetarian options as well. Now I want to shift to show you some of the places where you can kick back. I know a lot of us like to have a cocktail or 2, or maybe even many more than that on our holiday. So this is Draft House. This is where you can get those micro brews on board. And actually, we have our own brew on board that we'll serve here. It is called Stray the Course. We partnered with a local brewery in Miami. So you'll be able to try that there. Then we have the Loose Cannon. So this is modeled after those coastal pubs in Brighton. Very chill, relaxed kind of vibe here. Then we're going to have On the Rocks. So On the Rocks is where you'll be able to ask our mixologist, who will be behind the bar, ask him or her for, something special where, you can give them the ingredients that you like and they can come up with something unique, or you can simply order from the menu. Here we have Sip. Sip is our champagne bar. So solely dedicated to champagne. So this is where you can make your champagne wishes and your caviar dreams come true. Champagne is a huge part of Virgin. It runs in our DNA. So as I mentioned, making ordinary experiences extraordinary. This is the perfect example and leads me to my next slide. So we love those surprises and delights. So this is where, but prior to sailing, you'll download our Sailor app, and you'll have the app. And then when you're on board, when you shake your phone, this little message will pop up: save water, drink champagne, push me. You push the button, and wherever you are on ship, you will be presented with a bottle of Moet and Chandon. So I love talking about this because I think it's really, really cool. Then I do want to shift over and talk to you about bar tabs. So as you noticed, alcohol is not included in the voyage fare. We did a lot of research when creating Virgin Voyages, and our future sailors told us that they didn't want those traditional drink packages, but what they really wanted to see on board was reasonable pricing with very quality and types of drinks. So our answer is bar tab. Right now we're running a promotion. So if you pre-purchase $300 of bar tab, we're going to give you an extra $100. So keep that in mind. But I want to show you what the pricing is on board. So personally, and this is all in dollars, so keep that in mind, but for a beer, so for like a Heineken, $5, $6, remember tips included. For those vodka sodas, you're looking at under $10 as well with the tip included. And then 42% of our wines by the glass are actually under $10. And I don't know about you, but I'm close to New York City. These prices are amazing. I would usually see a lot more expensive cocktails and glasses of wine. So, after you overindulge and drink, we also offer that balance where you can sit back and take care of your body and work out if that's something you want to do. So we have an amazing gym. We call it the B Complex. And you can take a yoga class while looking out at sea. We have all the latest equipment. Not only that, you can also take a spin class on board. So we have that as well. Then we have the runway. Now the runway is like a halo that sits above the pool deck area, so as not to have any chairs or anything getting in the way while you're either walking or doing a run in the morning. Really beautiful panoramic views here. Then we get asked a lot, do you have a casino? Yes, we do. This is going to be like a James Bond style casino with card games, slots, anything you could really think of that would be in a casino except smoke. We are a smoke-free casino. So that being said, we will have spaces on the ship for you to have a smoke. Now, I mentioned that all of our suite, we're getting into the fun part of my presentation and like the parts that I'm dying to experience and I love to share with possible sailors. So we have Voyage vinyl on board. So music's in our DNA. Richard actually started Virgin Records. That was his first company. So as I mentioned, all the suites do have vinyl record players on board. So you can come purchase a record, bring it back up to your suite and go crazy listening to those tunes. Then we have the groupie. So this is going to be a karaoke bar. Now, you're going to be able to reserve this and, you can, if you met some friends on board, go sing together like you're in a rock star shine. And the best part about this is there's no fee associated with it. It's part of your voyage fare. Now, Squid Ink. So we have partnered with some really talented tattoo artists. And if you're looking, I know, Tina, you're looking for that permanent souvenir when you come on board. So you could definitely get a tattoo. And I just have a couple of slides. We're coming to the end of the presentation. So I thank you for listening and being so, welcome to listen to me and talk about all this. So this is the Manor. This is going to be our 2-story nightclub. That being said, in the evenings, we will offer some entertainment, so some dinner theater. So here's an example of one of our acts that you'll see on board. And now without kids on board, we're able to have a little bit edgier types of entertainment. So we also have the Red Room. So here's showing a scene from Ships in the Night, which is another show that we'll have on board. And the cool thing about the Red Room is that the theater actually transforms. So we'll offer, that traditional viewing where there's the audience and the stage, but also we'll offer, like theater in the round. And now we're coming to the end. So if you have any questions, start thinking them up and put them in the chat box so that I can answer them for you. Right now, we are running a promotion where we are offering 10% off all sailings. This is good through the end of this month. And now, depending on which level of a cabin you book, so if you book a suite level, we're going to give you $400 onboard credit. If you book a sea terrace, we're going to give you $200. And then if you book, as I mentioned, so I skipped the insider. If you book an insider cabin, we'll give you $100 onboard credit. Then I mentioned our bar tab. If you prepay right now $300 towards your bar tab, you'll get an additional $100. And then this is my last slide. I want to talk about our booking policy right now because I know people are obviously hesitant to book. It makes sense. But we are offering a fair and flexible booking policy. So if you book before the end of this month for any sailings for this year, you will be able to get our most flexible booking policy, which allows for cancellations up to 48 hours prior to the voyage to receive full future voyage credit. So this is my last slide. I thank you for your time. Tina, if you want to come off mute, you can and let people know how to book. You will go directly to your travel professional that you know. And Tina's going to get a tattoo. She said it in the chat. So me too.
I definitely am going to.
I honestly might, and I'm just, you heard it here first. This is being recorded, so I might. I don't have one, and I just might after what I've been through this year.
Well, I got my first one at about, I don't know, 48 years old. So I think it would be really cool to get a tattoo on a
Cool.
cruise ship.
I'm so glad. I love that. So I was right to call you out on that.
Yes, you were.
Does anybody have any questions? Otherwise, Tina can just let you know how to book.
I can't figure out how to get my screen back on, but regardless, I think you guys can all hear me.
Yeah.
So that's, the old person in me not figuring out the technology part of it.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, well, there's 3 agents on this call that have brought our clients and prospects onto this call. So for me, myself, if you're on this call because of me, you can contact me at cruisedealsforcanadians.ca, or you can find me on Facebook at Cruise Deals for Canadians. And take it away, Sandra. Do you want to let everyone know how your clients can contact you?
Well, I'll email everybody after this within the next 24 hours or so with that information. But yeah, you can contact me through like Sandra at simchatravel.com, SIMCHA travel.com. And yeah, I mean, I'll send the specials, and I have a couple of groups opportunities just for people who are on this call. At least we'll see if there's interest, because I know we're all a little hesitant to book right now.
I know,
but
and that makes
I'm
sense.
starting to feel safe now. Well, I guess Danielle can talk about the vaccinations if she hasn't already.
Yeah,
But
we are going to require.
So, I'm Sandra, by the way.
Yes,
I've been helping people. There was a few people that thought that we were going to do on LinkedIn and Facebook. So I tried to tell people, but just really overwhelmed by how many people were interested.
Oh, good.
I sent out on LinkedIn, and there were like 70 people replied.
Oh, okay. That's great, because we are recording this.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to
I'll
send
send
everybody
out the link, and you guys can email it out to whomever's interested. That's not a problem. So, yeah, I do want to mention one last thing that we are promoting is that we not only is it 10% off sailings right now, if you pay in full at the time of booking, you'll get an additional 10% off. So just keep that in mind. And then our third agent who wants to give
That's
info.
Val. Val, you're on mute, Val.
Yay. Hi, Val.
Unmute. Val Burnett with Wonderlust Getaways. Hey, Danielle, thank you so much for the great presentation. I'll also be sending an email out to those that joined me, and also a link to the recording and with my contact information. But I'm at wanderlustgetaway.ca, and then also on Facebook.
Perfect. Okay. So if there's no questions, I thank you so much for letting me share this with you. As you can see, I'm really excited. I'm excited. I think I said this is my favorite itinerary for at least 5. So I'm really excited to talk about Virgin Voyages. So I hope you'll join me, and I know safely when we get to that point. I would love to see you all there on board. So thank you so much for your time. And I don't know, Tina, if you want to say anything else. Otherwise, I will say have a great night, and we will talk soon. Okay?
I just want to say thank you, Danielle, for taking time out of your night to come and share this with us. It looks amazing, and I don't know what you all are talking about being nervous to book, because I'm ready to go now.
Me too. But I did already get my first shot, so I'm halfway there. So, all right.
We'll be coming down over the border shortly.
I should probably say one thing that I forgot to say, which is attached to that nervous to book, but Tina and I both already are booked, or Tina has a couple that she was booked before, and I'm absolutely booked.
I just have to rebook
January.
Mine. That's all it is at this point. Yep.
Okay. And you can bring groups with you, and in the future, if you want to do this again and invite people that are interested in going on that group sailing with you, we can do it again and talk a little bit more. So keep that in mind. So
Awesome.
yeah, so please reach out to either Sandra, Tina, or Val to book any trips, or if you have any questions, that would be great. Otherwise, have a great night. Thank you for your time. And as everyone's saying, stay safe. Okay?
Thanks, Danielle.
Good night,
Stay safe
everyone.
too.
You're welcome.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.